Hello and welcome to round 5 of the 181 Rider Championship, and we are here for Le Mans, the eagerly awaited 5th round. As I said, obviously apologies for not getting it out beforehand. I've just been quite busy and you know, as usual, as I am. Yes, I've kind of failed for that one, but I'm feeling quite optimistic about this one because the frame rate, well, I don't know about the frame rate, but the cutscene, like this grid cutscene, loaded a lot faster than it has done at any other track, and yeah, just maybe the frame rate and the performance of the game will be better in this one. So without further ado, head into the race, and we really need to get something good here. So wait for, oh, okay, there's lots of people everywhere, but I've stayed on this time, so that's nice. So let's skip this cutscene. Well, Rossi 06 has got the pole position. Ricardo Rossi as well. Wow, there is a lot of bikes, but the frame terrible. Saying this, every person is here. Right, so I'm waiting here again for everyone to respawn, obviously as usual. Hopefully they'll. Well, that was quite a big cluster of them respawning. The physics seem a little broken. Looks like some of them can't crash, which is actually helping me. They are spawning backwards as well. Just, oh, Lorenzo's rammed some on. They're spawning behind me as well, I think, some of them. So there's Rossi 180th. Someone's got to wait for Corsi to get back on. And we can go, there we go. So we waited 14 seconds, it's mad. Usually we have to wait about 20. Well, 20, 30 seconds usually. It's only 14. Oh, they are going across the track. They are, whoa, burn. Oh, Remy Gardner's knocked me off, damn it. Oh, I've been took out by Morbidelli as well. What is this? What is it? Spawn me? So why is the game not spawning? What is going on? Respawn me! Oh, the game did not want to respawn me then, and we still made 30 positions even though we've been on the floor. I'm going off the track to avoid all this. What's going on? Oh, there's the Moto E's to T1. Get off the brakes so I don't crash. Depunier and, well, whoever the guy in the red, I think that's Garzo, they just ran wide and just pushed me off. It's nice, but we're already up to 109th position. Mad start. So we've done a sector and we're into 109th. And we've been down on the floor already once, which is ridiculous. But Dimaseki Pratama in front of us, running around the outside of Dimas. There we go. There's Tom Booth Amos as well. Bit of contact between Crivier and, I think it was Fanati. We've just dived them up into third now. Daijiro Kato in front of us, trying to get on the power. There's Philip Ertel as well on the Moto 2, obviously on the Tech 3. Oh, Rodrigo going in the middle. If we'd hit Rodrigo, that would have been game over. Well, not game over, but that would have been pretty bad. So crash for Sasaki. I guess it's all near the first corner, but it has kicked off so far. There were people all... Oh, no, they're all going on the straight as well. The Moto 3s are causing some issues, but we're into the top 100 already at the end of this lap. Or before the end of this lap, even. We break for the chicane. Oh, someone's respawned on the inside. Oh, there's Marquez, Monday Marquez. So Zarco's leading with a 1:37.0. So that seems like a legitimate lap to me, which means... Look at all the Rossis in the top 10! There's so many of them. So many Rossis. And we go through, then in 87th position, and we've still got a corner to go, although I don't think I'm going to try and dive Manzi, to be honest, unless I'll probably be able to get him on the straight between the two. I think it must have been Gardner that knocked me off, because Nagashima's up here. I mean, I know I've crashed as well, but it doesn't look like he's been down at all, Nagashima. Although I think everybody has at some point. At the last corner, though, good run past Nagashima. We're going to get Dixon up to the line as well. So 84th position at the end of the first lap. And I think for the first time in this series, we see Marco Simoncelli. I don't think I've seen him yet. Oh, they are still here. How are they still at turn 1? Oh, no, I think they were just crashing into each other now because they gained positions. So it's not like they're a lap down. We're up into 77th position. It's starting to feel a bit more like the 110 rider challenge now from last year. Being this high up after a lap. So there's been a crash for... Oh, Zonta van den Gerberg's gone down. Unfortunately. Oh, Valentino Rossi. So that's one of the Rossis out of the top lot. Gone down. Obviously there was quite a few of them. As you probably realise, I found quite amusing. Up the inside of Lorenzo, I think it's the 2009 Catalunya Lorenzo. I'm not really sure why the regular one isn't in the game. I know it's there for the challenge, but you think they have the normal one as well. But we're past Doohan, and I think it was Powie as well we got past. So now behind Toru Ukawa, if I remember correctly, had a pretty good race back in Austin. Or at least he was having one anyway. I don't know if he then ended up getting a good result out of it, but I know he was near the front with Marquez. Can it get a bad run? Obviously, he's not getting a bad run, he's on a Moto 3. I think this is where the riders are, so I'm going to, yep, that's where they all are, so I'm slowing down massively. Oh dear, oh, I've been took out by Doohan. Doohan's took me out. Please respawn me quickly. Oh, it's respawned me in a wall. Okay, that's good. That's good, isn't it? Oh, Stone has hit me, but I've not crashed. Grass time it is, so we don't get cleared out, although the bike could still clear me out. Oh, yep, that's just what's happened to Vermeulen, and it's almost what's happened to me with a Simoncelli bike. The Simoncelli team, I mean, not the actual rider. Right, I'm still on the inside, I'm stuck on the inside, I'm trying to get onto the track here. I'm onto it, that's Ferrari. So we cut the inside of Ferrari, we're to 69th, so we have still gained positions out of all that melee. Oh. It's so hard when they're just all spawning. Oh, De Punier on the inside hitting us there. Round the outside of Lindbergh and Maria Herrera as well, I think that is. Oh, Rossi's hit somebody. And I mean Ricardo Rossi. Ricardo Rossi started second, I think, in this race, you know. But there's Joe Roberts. Round the outside of Joe Roberts. Up into 54th. Going to try and get the inside of Oliveira. Well, that's a bit of contact between me and Oliveira. Tom Luthi up ahead now. So what's the lap time going to be here? 1:44 past Luthi. So Eric Granado's crashed as well. Oh, Eric Granado's one of the Moto E riders, isn't he? So he's going to be one of the ones creating the crashes. We can actually take turn 1, 2 properly, because for the first time there's not people in our way. Obviously last time there was people crashing all over the place. Aaron Canet has had a crash as well. We passed him, obviously coming onto the, well, out of Garage there, that's where we passed him. So he's obviously still getting caught. Well, actually, to be fair, he's on a Moto 3, so he's probably getting cleared out by people from behind, rather than being caught up. It's very difficult for anyone that's not on a Moto 2 bike or a MotoGP bike to do well, because they just get rammed or just can't move, basically. So Mick Doohan, obviously, he had contact with us on the previous lap, and I think in the previous race maybe as well. I want to say sorry as well for not being able to put the Alicia Spagro thing in the last race. I went on the replay to look at it, and the replay started from halfway through the race, so I'm not really sure why that happened, but it did. We're trying to go around the outside of Kevin Schwantz here. Here we go then. Getting some slipstream off Paulo Spagro. Passing lots of right. There's a crash for Philip Salach, but it doesn't look like that's in front of us, so I think we can still be okay. Rossi's still on 33, so I think we're not coming across him on this lap. Eddie Lawson, what are you doing, my fella? What are you doing? It's kind of, he's really messed my lineup. I'm a bit scared, to be honest. I thought he was going to maybe turn in on me and have me off. Ike Lecuona, the inside of Ike Lecuona on the Moto 2, on the KTM. Alex Barros up ahead. We've actually had a clean lap, which has, well, made us be able to gain loads of positions, because it's all riders we can pass on the straight. I'm starting to feel like one of the AI from the Moto 3 part of career mode. Up the inside of Barros we go. I think that's Loris Caparossi in front of us. Either that or it's Bayliss. It's one of the two. On the power, I think it's it's Caparossi. I can see the 65 there. In the slipstream of Rainey. So 131.9. Massively quicker than what the AI are doing. That was a clear... Oh, there's people spawning again though. I just saw it. Aiden Leinberg. That's Schrotter. I thought it was one of the Moto E's. I just seen the silver and assumed it was an intact GP Moto E. Oh, there's lots of people get involved in the outside. I don't know how Caparossi's not crashed there. I've crashed into Caparossi there, and I've not crashed. We're up into 31st position though, up the inside into 30th. Oh, but they're at the top of La Chapelle as well. And they're all the way down La Chapelle. It looks like DeAngelis, Martin, there is... Yeah, Cassadai. I had to sit up. I didn't want to try and go underneath him and crash into him. Rossi's got past us, but we'll probably get straight back past him. There's people still crashing on the exit up towards the museum as well. Rossi, don't squeeze me into them, bro. Oh, I thought he was going to squeeze me into them. Weaving in and out. Locatelli. Let's move into the outside there. Good job I read that, because I was going to try and go around the outside. I think I was just going to meet him in the middle. Cassadai. Oh, there's people spawning. Nakagami there. Up into 21st. Rossi's had contact with someone, and that bike has then hit me. So up into 20th position on lap 4 of 7. Points are on the horizon here, guys. Points. Could we win this race? Could we win this race? We need to beat Alicia Spagro, that's for sure, because, well, he's the only rider to actually have scored well twice. I think there's a couple of riders that got more than 25, but he's got like 38 or something like that. He's had 2 good races. Obviously, he dominated at Jerez because he had some sort of glitch where he skipped some of the track. And I think I said it already, but I tried to look at it on the replay, but the replay just started from like halfway through the race, so I couldn't even look at it, which is really unfortunate. So Lorenzo is about a sector in front of us, with Jack Miller second, Rossi third, Pedrosa fourth, Nakano fifth, and Petrucci, and then another Rossi There's not a ton of Rossies in the top 10 anymore like there was earlier. But again, another... well, no, that lap was not clear at all. That's another fairly clear lap. The second half of the lap was fine. But the first 2 sectors were pretty deadly. Josh Hook's crashed. But I feel like we've got a good position here. We've got to make sure we don't crash into anybody though, or do something stupid. Cost us time. We obviously are making massive time up on Max Biaggi in front of us here. I feel like my left audio channel's just gone, I think. Might be back now. I think my left audio channel might have just gone. Nice. But we are hunting down Max Biaggi. We've had about 2 seconds on him so far. Obviously, the AI probably spinning up their tyres quite a bit. And as well, Biaggi isn't really riding a bike that he should be riding. It's a bit like when I've done those experiments in the past. I think where I've put Moto E and stuff into Moto 3, the bike doesn't feel quite right. And that's what riders like Biaggi experience, obviously, with the 4 strokes. Oh, I'm going to hit him into one. I've hit him into one. I'm so sorry, Max. I did not mean to do that, but I was going around the outside and... well, we passed one camel bike and there's another one in front of us. Rossi 06, who I think has been victorious once this season already. Oh, wow. There's lots of people. Wow. They are spawning everywhere, cutting across me. Roberts Jr. How have I missed Roberts Jr.? We're in 11th position. 11th position. No, Billy Van Herde, please don't hit him. Oh, they're coming back on the track. There's Lorenzo, the modern day Lorenzo, that is. Bradley Smith going slow there. I think that's the first time I've seen Bradley Smith this whole series. Rossi, over to 9th position. Oh, Nakano's just dived Pedrosa and had him off. He's just crashed into him, legitimately. That wasn't even anyone's fault. He just dived him and crashed into him. Yeah, I think my left channel of audio's gone again. I think my headset might be breaking. On the inside of Biaggi, I've just kind of cleared Biaggi out because I realised that was not going to work ever. We're over to P5 in this race. We're in 5th position, and the leaders are, well, they're within touching distance. We've got 2 laps to catch them. Hopefully something happens. We have been lucky in this one. We have managed to avoid some things we should have been involved in. Obviously, we got on. If we hadn't been knocked, Alasius Bagros crashed, which is obviously good for me. Shinya Nakano, is that? I hope that's not the Shinya Nakano crash, only just coming up from him dive bombing Pedrosa. But he just dived Pedrosa and had him off. It's just, well, I don't think it had Pedrosa off. He probably did end up crashing, but he just dived at the inside of him, just crashed into him. It's ridiculous. We are 3.2 seconds away from 4th position currently, and we've got, well, not time to catch that gap up legitimately. But if he gets held up in any way, well, I'm going to inside of Sasaki now. My rear tyre, though, is now on fire because we've actually had some pretty decently clear laps where I've not been stuck behind people going too slowly. Even with 5th here, I'd be very happy, but if we can gain something else... I know I can be cautious because I'm not stuck in a big pack. It's weird because when you're like in 50th, 60th, you know, even in the 40s and the 30s and stuff, when you come across the big packs of riders crashing, if you slow down, you're at risk of being rammed from behind. But I've got 2 seconds behind me. I could lift and properly slow down for a good couple of seconds. Wow, I've just really messed that up. Wow, I got in hot. I missed my braking point. I think this could be it. I think this might be the highest we're going to get in this race, which, to be honest, is still fine. Oh, Onchu's just legitimately lost a position by running wide to Masaki. So we're mixed in with some Moto 3 boys here. It's Binder. So Miller's leading the race in 1st, Pedrosa 2nd, 3rd Lorenzo, 4th Petrucci then. So out of the last corner, then out of well, it's not Garage Fair, is it? I don't know what it's called. It's not Blanchimont, is it? It's Recordamont, that's it. I know it ended in Mont. Wow, they are weaving all over the track. We're up to 3rd. I've just seen we're up to 3rd position. We've just been overtook by Pedrosa though. Oh, for 2nd. So we were actually up to 2nd then. Up the inside, Lorenzo Dalla Porta. Right, last lap time, and Danny Pedrosa is in front of us for 2nd position. Oh, Zonta! Zonta, you've just done us a favour, lad! I know he watches these sometimes, so if he sees that one, this 2nd place is because of you, mate. You've just blocked Danny Pedrosa, and it's ended up... Yes! Thank you! Zonta, thanks! Zonta's blocked Pedrosa, and that's allowed me to get up into 2nd position. Right, I'm taking it carefully for the rest of this. Like, I don't know what the gap behind is. I do not know. Riccardo Rossi in front of us. Lorenzo Salvadori as well. Oh, Riccardo Rossi just crashed it. Oh, Riccardo Rossi! If you'd had me off, then I'd been so mad. I'm taking it so steady into here. I'm going to slow some Moto E riders into here. Miller's got an 11.6 second lead. Miller's got this one, but Rossi's only 2.6 behind us. They are all over the place on this straight again. So we're actually coming up to a point where there were so many laps in this race, you're basically coming across them constantly. Who's that in front of us? It's Roberts Jr. It's not Miller. I don't know if Miller maybe been caught up in anything. I think Miller's got this one in the bag. I don't think anyone's going to have him off now. Yeah, he's extended his lead by about a second. I think Rossi's been caught up in something behind though. So we've got second position in the bag here. As we've got about 2 corners to go. And we're going to score our first points of the season. And it's going to be a second position. So we've gone up 180 positions virtually. That actually might only be true if we won, but we've basically gone up about 180 positions in this. Zonta, I do thank you dearly because you held Pedrosa up, which has then put him on a line that's caused him to crash. So, thank you. Yes, we did it. Second position. Oh, that feels good. That feels good.
The riders enjoy the acclaim of the fans on their victory lap. Let's take a look at the final ranking of today's race.
Well, this is something I haven't seen before. Because I finished well, it's messed up the AI times, because Valentino Rossi was third behind us. Right, he might have got crashed off, but no one's lost a minute and 30 seconds in the 2 sectors. And it's just using simulated times to fill in the rest of them. So we've got a bit of a weird... So Aleix Espargaro's got 55th, that's exactly what we needed. So Jack Miller's now going to shoot up the championship. I'm going to shoot up the championship as well. Shoot up the order, I mean, in the championship. So Odendahl has been given 3rd, which he definitely wasn't in. 4th for Caparossi, 5th for John McPhee, 6th for Garcia, 7th for Foggia, 8th for Roberts Jr., 9th for Lorenzo, 10th for Valentino Rossi there. So I think that was the Rossi that was behind us. It's been a bit shafted. But I actually don't know which one it was, because they got knocked off when I wasn't looking. At them, I was just focusing on trying to cut my way out. But yeah, that's the closest we've been by far, 12 seconds obviously. And that was in second position, so, you know, pretty major, crazy stuff there. So move and have a look at what that's done to the championship. Oh, so Miller winning was actually quite bad, because he already had 24 points. He's basically got 2 wins now, Miller. So Miller must have scored well 3 times now. That's not good. I hadn't realised that. And so Miller now moves a pretty comfortable lead. I don't know. That could be the championship over there with that one. But yeah, so Aleix Espargaro now moved down to 2nd, Marquez 3rd. That Valentino Rossi jumps up to 4th. Caparossi moves down to 5th. That Rossi moved down to 6th. There's Morbidelli with 24 points moves down to 7th. 8th for Stone and 9th for the 2 Lorenzos. I move up 40 positions up into 11th in the championship, so we're now ahead of Max Biaggi. Move on to the next page. Have a look. So Pramac Racing, they've got, well, a very good lead in the Constructors' Championship now. They've got 65 points, which is a 25-point lead, ahead of Repsol Honda. Not going to go through the whole order. I want to have a look. We've moved up 16 positions. We're now 9th in the standings. Pretty good. Let's see how many teams have scored points now. If we go down, so 43 teams have scored points. So almost half of the teams have scored points now. There's about 100. I think there's about 100 teams, isn't there? We'll find out. There's 102 teams, right? So 43 have scored. So not really that close to half, but a lot of the teams have scored at least 1 point now. Obviously there's been quite a few races, 5 races, so there's definitely a chance for some fluky results. And then let's move to the Constructors' Championship. So 105 points for Yamaha. So obviously I've done us some good by giving us some more there. Ducati though, they're only 15 behind, because I see a lot of their riders have been doing well. Miller's given them another 25, I'd get them another 20, my team. Honda have moved down to 3rd, Aprilia 4th, KTM 5th, Suzuki 6th, NTS have moved up to 7th, obviously with Odendahl scoring those points in 3rd place. Obviously they hadn't scored before that. Kalex moved down to 8th, Speed Up down to 9th, Kajiva. So 9 teams have now, 9 constructors have scored, so the only ones that haven't are Energica, which, yeah, let's be honest, they're not going to. They might at somewhere like Austria, because it's quite short and not too power. I just almost said that Austria is not too power dependent. That would have been a very wrong statement. I don't know. They might do okay at Valencia. It's not. It's quite a tight, twisty track. But yeah. So MV Augusta, Kajiva, speed up. No, oh, speed up half scored. Sorry. So it's just Kajiva, Kawasaki, MV Augusta really that are realistically going to score. How did Kawasaki not score? Sean Nakano was in like 5th place. I guess the results have been really messed up by me actually doing well. You know how sort of the results just randomly, like my position just plummets after like Miller wins or whatever, or like someone wins. I think that kind of effect has happened, but I've crossed the line whilst that's still in effect, so it's just messed everything up. But I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. We've finally got some points on the table, so the championship is still possible. This race basically shows that if we get the ideal scenario, so a bit of a better frame rate, a long enough track, a short enough track basically, so we get extra laps where we don't actually come across anyone, because I did a 1:31. It's not a good lap time because the frame rate, again, it's not perfect. It was better than ours in the other race, but it was still pretty bad, and I had to overtake a lot of people on that lap as well. But I actually got a clear lap. Like, I know obviously in Austin we did that quite a bit, but I actually got a clear lap where I could push and make time. And we only had to wait about 14 seconds at the start, whereas usually we have to wait about 30, so it saved us a good 15 seconds, which is a lot. We didn't crash too many times. I think even if we hadn't been took out, we got took out at the start, which was pretty bad, and I think we got took out once more maybe. Without those, we'd have still lost. We'd still got second, so you can't be too mad about that. But like I said, yeah, I've enjoyed that one. Hopefully the next part will be out soon, and I am going to include the podium ceremony at the end, but it'll be edited on because I need to go get the thumbnail from the replay, stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed that one. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.
This second place finish is an excellent result for both him and the team, giving them hope for the following races. The podium is extremely valuable. Motogp has never had so many competitive riders at the same time. Today, they were at their best, and they deserve to celebrate. The level of the championship is only getting better. Consistent results seem to be the secret to a good season.